3 not-for-profit societies in the South Okanagan will be getting some building renovations free of charge. They're the winners of a society makeover contest held by an Okanagan contractor.
Okanagan builder Dan Scuka surveys the progress on the Kiwanis housing project in Penticton. Kelowna-based Scuka Enterprises is involved in a number of government and private building projects throughout the interior of BC, ranging from schools and hospitals to luxury condos and subsidized housing like this one, scheduled to open in a few months.
And it's come at a time when the market housing has dropped off. We were involved in that in a big way, and that's dropped off, and this just seemed to fill in the gap, and we've been busier than ever for the last few years.
And to celebrate a quarter-century of success, Scuka created an event to give back to the community.
And we thought we'd make a big splash because of the 25th anniversary, and we came up with a $20,000 fund to a non-profit society anywhere in the Okanagan that was deemed most needed.
From Oliver to Vernon, 29 societies applied for the Scuka Community Initiatives Fund, for which 3 winners were chosen. The top prize being a $20,000 building makeover awarded to the South Okanagan Women in Need Society.
We need to do some fairly major renovations. This is a 9-bedroom, 9-bath residence, but we have no administrative offices, so we're just making do right now. And what our goal is to renovate the double garage into office space. At this point, we have a sketch, we have an artist's rendition, and we have absolutely no money.
And more urgently, the transition house has a moldy leak that needs immediate attention.
Well, they've got a variety of renovations required. They've got probably the most needy is a stair that leads up to some of the rooms that must have leaked over the years, and it actually rotted out completely. So that's one of the most urgent needs. An area down in the basement where they want to convert into a child's play area with a crafts table and some shelving and some better lighting. They want to add a couple of washer and dryer.
And so what Scuka has provided us in the form of this $20,000 gift, it's been such a wonderful start to our capital campaign. So yeah, we're grateful and so pleased to see this, and we have to trust that it will come.
We provide shelter, a place of safety, place of security for the women, a place where they can come, put their bags down and get, a hug, a cup of coffee, get in there, and then, just to talk about that crisis that they're going through and help them. The women have their ideas, and it's just they just want someone there listening and guiding, giving them the information, making those referrals for them. Wonderful success stories, and success isn't measured in the way the wider community might want to see that people go off and become success in the way that others might think of it. It's success for that individual, what it is that they're moving towards, safety, security for their children. Yeah.
Builders are competitive yet cooperative when it comes to helping the community. Since the launch of the Society Makeover Contest, a number of contractors and suppliers have come forward with material to add to the winners' renovations.
We saw so much need when we reviewed the applicants that when we approached our trades and suppliers, that a lot of them were just happy to pitch in, and that's where we came up with second and third place and be able to fulfill their most urgent needs also.
Another winner in the contest is the Learning for Little People Society. For 25 years, preschool classes for 76 children have operated out of this Penticton Heritage Building, a former railway station from the turn of the last century.
But year after year, our teachers do make do with what they have. We have a phenomenal amount of supplies that we have for the children, and especially when we have that many children. We have everything from paints to pom-pom balls, and the changes that I'd like to see happen is to create better storage. We tend to have a lot of things stored in many different locations throughout the preschool right now, and I'd like to kind of unify everything and then hopefully open up some actual space for the children. I would love to have an L-shaped kitchen with maybe a small island, and then all storage on the far side. All of the funds that come into the preschool are either through registration or through fundraising, and we do a lot of fundraising, and we do really well with it, but you can only benefit so much from that.
The society works hard to raise funds for teaching staff, rent, and program supplies, so a new kitchen seemed beyond reach.
So no renovations kind of come near the bottom of the list. We have to deal with the necessities first.
Yeah, Learning for Little People, what they have is they offer meals or snacks to their kids on a daily basis, and the kitchen facility they have is very inadequate. The counter space and even the appliances aren't up to par. So what we've had a cabinet supplier commit to donating a whole kitchen, so we'll be able to replace their whole kitchen, and we'll see how funds allow whether we can go any farther with appliances and flooring. And
Dan has opened a lot of doors for us. He, through his makeover contest that we submitted to, we have been given the opportunity to get some new cabinetry in our kitchen and maybe do a little bit of work to our plumbing and electrical. And then we can focus our fundraising dollars on the other things that will be needed to complete the kitchen so that it will be a done project.
Next stop is Peaches Daycare. They run 2 early learn and care programs for children from birth to 3 years and from 3 years to school age. Everything seems happy outside, but inside it's a different story as the flooring is coming apart.
You know, it's been on our list for a long time, but as other nonprofits in BC know, there's been huge, deep cuts to funding. So we used to have grants for capital projects, they're cut. All the different grants and programs that we had accessed before have been cut. So now our only income is coming in from parent fees and fundraisers that we do with the parents, which ultimately ends up coming out of the parents' pockets anyways.
they have a flooring now that's cracking around the edges, and it's not sealed, so it's hard for them to keep them clean, and they have the risk of being shut down just because of the not being able to clean it properly. So we've had a flooring rep. We've been talking to them, and we don't know to what extent we'll be able to help them out yet, but I know that we'll be able to contribute some to their cause anyways. So.
This Scuka Makeover, it was just amazing. It was a blessing when we saw it. We couldn't believe that a company was willing to do this sort of thing.
Well, I'm really excited about it because I think we have the ability to be able to spread the dollars a lot farther than the societies could themselves. And we have the infrastructure set up to be able to manage the projects, and if you try to get a society on some of these projects to do it on their own, it would cost them a lot more money, and we're able to